Hi everybody, I'm Debbie.
I'm Vera.
And we are going to be making Italian chicken for the freezer. So I made up some gluten-free Italian seasoning, and so I can't remember everything that's in there, so something that I think maybe would sound good with, this says needs four tablespoons of onion powder. Did I bring the onion powder? I did. So I need 4 teaspoons of onion powder to finish that off, so I will do that right now. That's half. So I need 8 of those. Is that a teaspoon or a tablespoon?
Half a tablespoon.
Okay. One thing I like about these Tupperware measuring spoons, they have all kinds of odd ones that you don't usually get. For instance, here's 1/4 a teaspoon, and I don't think that's normally in there. Anyway, so I need 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What was that seasoning we used yesterday that it was like hardly any in there? And it was a big jar like this, but it wasn't the organic, was it?
I don't remember.
Must have been. It wasn't onion powder. It must have been garlic powder.
Okay, we need 1/4 cup of oil.
Okay.
You've got oil?
Yep. I got to show you guys this awesome new container from Tupperware. I put my oil in it, and I absolutely love it. It is so super cool. This is it, and it's pretty. Isn't that pretty? And you said 1/4 of a cup?
Mm-hmm.
And I should have brought all of my measuring cups. 1/4 of a cup. And you guys got to see this. This is super duper cool. I'm going to let you hold that. All right. See this? The lid, and I got my hand here. Well, what if I can't get the lid open? Well, no problem, because this is a special made oil container that opens when you tip it and closes when you put it back. I was at Jubilee this year, and they said it took 48 prototypes to get the weight right and all this kind of stuff. But isn't that beautiful? I just think it's so beautiful. And I'm doing this with my left hand. Alrighty, got my 1/4 cup of oil. How much honey?
Tablespoon and teaspoon.
1 teaspoon of honey. And you know what? I am not even going to measure a teaspoon. I'm just going to squirt. I thought about putting my honey in one of those, but I'm not sure that would work good or not. But you said a teaspoon? All right, that's a teaspoon. That's a teaspoon in country. All right. And then, let's see, we need to kind of figure out.
Half a teaspoon of salt.
Okay. That's a half a tablespoon. Let's see. Maybe it's in here. Yep. We got to kind of figure out how much of the Italian, since we have everything mixed together into an Italian thing. You think it's like a tablespoon or something? Like it's going to matter, you know. I'm going to have to say, I'm going to put a tablespoon in there.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I mixed up
a tablespoonful of vinegar.
I mixed up this Italian seasoning because I wanted to make a gluten-free version. So I'm going to be using that. So I'm kind of mixing this up so that I get all of the different spices in my tablespoon. And I'm going to get a nice, generous tablespoon. And you said a tablespoon of vinegar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I always use the organic that has the mother in it. So I shake it up to make sure that it gets mixed up good. think that's it, isn't it? Everything else is in the...
A teaspoon of oil.
We did the oil.
We did the oil, okay. And we did honey, and we did the salt, and the vinegar.
Yep, so I just used a quart-sized bag this time because there's only 3 of us, and I think it's not necessary to get that big of a bag. So like I said on the last one, we're not huge eaters, so I can just put exactly what we're going to need in here. That's a pretty big one. I think that's plenty. So for the 3 of us, that's plenty, because we'll have, you know, vegetables and salad or whatever we decide. But now I'm just going to make sure that this gets all around. This looks really good. It smells good too.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty. Look at those seasonings. That looks good. Well, anyway, that's Italian chicken. Now, yesterday we made the Italian pork chops, and we just used a cup of Italian dressing and our pork chops, and we had those for supper last night, and they were good. Were they, Mom? Did you like them?
They were very good.
Yeah. But this time I decided, well, we used all the Italian dressing, and I had made this gluten-free Italian dressing seasoning mix. It says gluten-free Italian seasoning mix. Anyway, I had made that, so I thought I'd use that instead of, because if you do that, the honey and the oil, you're pretty much doing a salad dressing. Anyway, so that's it for the Italian chicken. Thanks for coming, watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.